Hello guys, good afternoon all. Welcome to Maths online class of Anand Medical Academy. As we are discussing the topic of sets, we came to the last concept, nothing but last part of the lecture, that is based on the today concept. That is, see, what we will discuss today is not based on one concept, so it's based on the entire concept of sets. Here we will do miscellaneous examples and also miscellaneous exercise problems. There we won't get normal problems like finding A union B, finding A intersection B if two sets are given, or like identifying those two sets are joint sets, not like that. Here in this topic you can understand very easily if you have the grip on that sets, if you have the complete grip on the sets, where what do you mean by belongs to, what do you mean by subset, what do you mean by not a subset. If you have complete grip on that sets, then you can understand this today class easily. Otherwise, once again you revise the previous classes or previous notes. So the question is, show that, so this topic is based on only concept. Show that A union B is equal to A intersection B implies A equal to B. Don't confuse that. We no need to show that A union B. By using A union B, we need to show that A equal to B. Show that A union B equal to A intersection B implies. By using this, we need to prove A equal to B. So you have to imagine this. You have to feel. You have to come into that topic of that sets. Then you can understand this easily. A union B is equal to A intersection B. Imagine. For example, this is a universal set. This is a universal set. A union B is equal to A intersection B. Generally, like this we will consider as, so these two circles we will consider as A union B. But they said that, A union B is equal to A intersection B. This is only A and that is only B. So then only we will consider this as A union B. Here we have both sets, A and B. This is A union B and also A intersection B. We have two sets. This is nothing but A union B and also A intersection B. Common part also same, total part is also same. When A union B is equal to A intersection B, nothing but A equal to B only. Nothing but by using common sense we can tell this is A union B only. But we need to show that by using concept wise. Like see, for example, let X belongs to A. Let X belongs to A. So we need to prove that A equal to B now. I will consider let X belongs to A. If X is belongs to A, for example, if I consider any element like 1 belongs to A or not? 1 is present in A. If 1 is present in A, 1 is also present in A union B or not? That means X is also belongs to A union B or not? If X belongs to A, imagine, coming to this topic. If X is belongs to A, X is also belongs to A union B. If X is belongs to A union B, which is equal to A intersection B? Nothing but X is also belongs to A intersection B. Right or not? If X belongs to A union B. If X is belongs to A union B, which is equal to A intersection B. If X is belongs to A intersection B, nothing but for example 1 is here. X is belongs to A intersection B. This is also belongs to B only. This also belongs to B only. Therefore X belongs to B. If X belongs to A, X belongs to B. Nothing but A is subset to B. How to prove A equal to B condition? We have a note point previously. That is, if A is subset to B and B is subset to A, that double implies A equal to B. This is a note point when I told in the topic of subsets. That is, if A is subset to B, B is subset to A, then A equal to B. That means to show that it is A equal to B, we need to show these two cases. One is A subset to B and the one is B subset to A. This is one case. Now, let Y belongs to B. Let Y is an element which belongs to B. I will consider Y is an element which belongs to B. If Y belongs to B, Y is also belongs to A union B. Y B alidre, that Y is also belongs to A union B. If Y belongs to A union B, nothing but it is A intersection B. By using given condition, If y belongs to A intersection B, intersection is nothing but both y belongs to A and y belongs to B. Nothing but y is also belongs to A. If y belongs to B, y belongs to A. Nothing but B subset to A. B subset to A. Now conclusion is from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. A subset to B, B subset to A. Then W implies A equal to B. Pause the video and note it down. Yeah, this was the question, guys, from exercise, miscellaneous exercise. Is the first question. Decide among the following sets which sets are subset to one and another. Decide among the following sets which are subsets to one and another. So B set clearly given, C set given, D set clearly given. But A set given in terms of which form? Roster form or set builder form? B, C, D are in roster form. A is in terms of set builder form. So that set builder form also will convert into roster form for our easy solving. So set A is equal to what they given? For all x such that x belongs to R and x satisfying x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. So that x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation. From that we will get two roots, nothing but two x values we will get. That is the given set. So it is x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 12 equal to 0. Factorize you do. X common x minus 6 minus 2 common x minus 6 equal to 0. Nothing but x minus 2 into x minus 6 equal to 0. Nothing but x equal to 2 or x equal to 6. X equal to or x equal to 6. Therefore, what is set A? Set A is equal to 2 comma 6. What is set A? Set A is equal to 2 comma 6. Now, which two sets are subset to each other? Right. Now, I will consider set A. What is set A? Set A is equal to 2 comma 6. Right. Set A is equal to 2 comma 6. Is set A subset to B? Is set A subset to B? What do you mean by subset? Every element of set A is also present in set B. Then we will call A subset to B. Right or not? 2 comma 6 present there. So we can call A subset to B. Right. And 2 comma 6 present in C also. A subset to C. And A is also subset to D. Why? Because 2 comma 6 present in this. We can also consider this as A subset are equal to D. Why? Because equal and also subset. Now when it comes to B, when it comes to set B, 2, 4, 6, is B subset to A? No. 4 is not there here, so B not subset to A. Is B subset to C? Yes. Is B subset to C? Why? Because 2, 4, 6 is also present in C. B subset to C. Is B subset to D? No. 4 is not there. No. When it comes to C, C subset to A? No. C subset to B? No. C subset to D? No. Now when it comes to D, D subset to A, D subset are equal to A, D subset to B and D subset to C also. So these are the sets which are subsets to one and another. Right? Pause the video and note it down. Yeah, this is a very interesting question which we can prove by using examples, by taking examples. If you can solve this by taking examples by your own, then no need to revise the sets concept once again. So that's that much interesting, that much easily you can do if you understand the sets concept very well. See, in each state whether it is true or false, they given some statements. We need to show that, state that whether it is true or false. If it is true, prove that. If it is false, given examples. But now here all these we will prove whether it is true or false by using given examples. First one, you see, if x belongs to A and A belongs to B, then x belongs to B. Listen carefully. If x belongs to A belongs to B, and then x belongs to B. Is it true or not? So you need to analyze and you need to imagine. See, if x belongs to A, I will consider, see, I am giving example. 1 belongs to A. 1 belongs to, instead of x I will consider an element. If 1 belongs to A and A belongs to B, nothing but, for example, if A I will consider as 1 comma 2 A will consider as 1 comma 2. Is 1 belongs to A, right? 1 belongs to A. They said that, and A belongs to B. A belongs to B. That means B I will consider as a set of 1 comma 2 comma 3. Set of 1 comma 2 comma 3. Here A is belongs to or not? Belongs to means A is an element in this set or not? Now, then is X belongs to B? Nothing but is 1 belongs to B? Is 1 is there? No. Set 1 comma 2 is there. That is an element here. But 1 is not an element here. Therefore, 1 does not belongs to B. Nothing but here X belongs to A and A belongs to B. But then X does not belongs to B. May in some cases, if this set is 3 comma 1, in this case it may be true. 1 belongs to A belongs to B, 1 is also belongs to B. In some cases it may be true, but not always. But if the given statement means, in all the cases it should be proved. So since it is not, if it is not proved in one situation, then it is also false. So first one is false. Next. If A subset to B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. So we need to consider this example. A subset to B. I will consider A is equal to set 1. Simple examples we will consider. A subset to B. That means B will be like 1 comma. B belongs to A subset to B. B means 1 comma 2. Here A subset to B. First condition. A subset to B. And B belongs to C. These two conditions we only should consider. B belongs to C. B belongs to C means what? B set should be present here inside. So 1 comma 2 comma 3. A subset to B, first condition. Next, B belongs to C, second condition. Then is A belongs to C? Then is A belongs to C? No. A does not belongs to C. Right or not? A not present here. So A does not belongs to C. So this is also false. Next. A subset to B. B subset to C. Then A is also subset to C. See, you can tell whether it is true or false. A subset to B, B subset to C, then A is also subset to C. Right or not? For example, A equal to set 1, B equal to set 1 comma 2, C equal to set 1 comma 2 comma 3. I will consider these three sets. Here A is subset to B or not? 1 is present here or not? A is subset to B. B is subset to C or not? B is subset to C. Subset means what? Every element in B, 1 comma 2, is also present in C. A is subset to B, B subset to C. Then is A subset to C or not? 1 is also present here or not? Therefore, A is also subset to C. Therefore, A is subset to C. Right? Pause the video and note it down. That means third one is true. First true or false. Next one is true. Next, if A not a subset to B and B not a subset to C, then A is not a subset to C. See, for this, I should consider A not a subset to B. That means if A is equal to set 1, B is equal to not a subset. Not a subset means you consider 2 comma 3. Consider 2 comma 3. So by this, A is not a subset to B. Yes, first condition. Next, B not subset to C. I will consider C 156. See, I will consider C 156. Here B is not a subset to C now. Every element of B not present in C. Therefore, A not a subset to B. B not a subset to C. But is A subset to C or not? But what they given? A not a subset to C. In some cases it may true, but when it comes to all the cases it is false. Why? Because A is subset to C here. 1 is present here. Therefore, A is subset to C. Therefore, it is what? True or false? If it is false. When we consider false, if any one single condition false means that statement will be false. Like in 10, you have written 10th exams. You have passed in all 5 examinations. If you have failed in at least one examination, that is nothing but you have failed in 10th. Right or not? Like that. In that whole statement, if any single condition won't satisfy, then it is false. Next one. If X belongs to A and A not a subset to B, then x belongs to B or not. First I will consider x belongs to A. So instead of x I will consider, see for this I will consider 1 belongs to A, nothing but A equal to set 1. 1 belongs to A. And second condition is A not a subset to B. A not a subset to B means B I will consider as 2, 3. B I will consider as 2, 3. So I consider 1 belongs to A and A not subset to B. A not subset to B, right or not? A not subset to B. Then x belongs to B. Then the same element 1 is also belongs to B. No, 1 does not belongs to B here, right or not? That means this is also false. This is also false. Next step. If A subset to B and x does not belongs to B, then x does not belongs to A. True or false? You tell me. True or false? For example, A equal to 1, 2. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here A subset to B, right or not? A subset to B. And x does not belongs to B. You consider any element which is not belongs to B. I will consider phi does not belongs to B. Phi does not belongs to B. Then that x does not belongs to A. If phi does not belongs to B, that phi is also not belongs to A. Phi is also not belongs to A. Why? Because A is subset to B now. All elements of A will be there in B. In B only 5 is not there. Then how it can be present in A? So 5 is also does not belongs to A. So this is true. Hope you all understand. Pause the video and note it down. Third question. That is, let A, B and C be the sets such that A union B is equal to A union C and A intersection B equal to A intersection C. Then show that B equal to C. By using these two conditions, what are those? A union B is equal to A union C. A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. By using those two conditions, we need to prove B equal to C. So through which case we can prove B equal to C? So we have to prove B subset to C and C subset to B. C subset to B. Then that is double implies B equal to C. So these are the two cases we need to show. If B subset to C, guys, and when C subset to B, then automatically it will be equal to B equal to C. See, first condition I will consider to prove B subset to C. Let I will consider x belongs to I will consider B I will consider. Why? Because first we need to prove B subset to C. So I will consider let x belongs to B. If x belongs to B, imagine x is also belongs to A union B, right or not? If x is an element present in B, it is also present in A union B, which all B elements also will be there. If x belongs to A union B, x belongs to A union C, check kar lo, where A union B equal to A union C. Now here A union C means what? X belongs to A or x belongs to C, right or not? Union means either x belongs to A or x belongs to C. Here if you observe x belongs to B, here x belongs to A, nothing but x belongs to A intersection B, right or not? X belongs to B, x belongs to A, nothing but x belongs to A intersection B. If x belongs to A intersection B, x belongs to A intersection C, check kar lo, A intersection B equal to A intersection C. Now if x belongs to A and x belongs to C, that means x belongs to B, see, x belongs to A and x belongs to C, nothing but x belongs to B and x is also belongs to C, nothing but what? B is subset to C. B is subset to C. Next case, second case, that is what we need to prove C is subset to B. That I will consider another element, that is let y belongs to C. Let y belongs to C. If y belongs to C, y is also belongs to A union C, right or not? If y belongs to C, y is also present in A union C. If y belongs to A union C, y belongs to A union B. Check kar lo. If y belongs to A union B, nothing but y belongs to A or y belongs to C. Y belongs to A or y belongs to B, right or not? So y belongs to A. y belongs to C and y belongs to A. Nothing but y belongs to A intersection C. Y belongs to A intersection C. If y belongs to A intersection C, what is that? Y belongs to A intersection B. Y belongs to A intersection B. If y belongs to A intersection B, nothing but y is also belongs to B. A intersection B means that element is present in A and also in B. So it is y belongs to B. Y belongs to C, y belongs to C. B, nothing but C is subset to B. Therefore, by using this condition 1 and 2, what is that? If B subset to C and C subset to B, then B is equal to C. Nothing but double implies B equal to C. Pause the video and note it down. See, this is question number 5. Show that if A subset to B, comma, then C minus B subset to C minus A. The question is, if A subset to B, then we need to show that C minus B subset to C minus A. Here A, B, C, these are sets, any sets. If A subset to, by using this condition, we need to prove this is subset to this one. So, first of all, I will consider let X belongs to C minus B. X belongs to C minus B. This LHS part I will consider. X belongs to C minus B. What is C minus B? For example, if these are two sets, A and B, in this part is called A minus B. Nothing but A minus B means in A, B element should not be there. B element should not be there. So only this part is A minus B. Like that, C minus B means X belongs to C and X belongs to B or does not belongs to B. X does not belongs to B. C minus B means X element should be belongs to C and X does not belongs to B. Now X belongs to C and X does not belongs to A. Check kar as A is subset to B. If an element is not present in B, then it is also not present in A, right or not? Why? Because all elements in A will be there in B. If B only, X element not there, how? And how it can be present in A? So therefore X belongs to C and X does not belongs to A. This is nothing but X belongs to C minus A. X belongs to C minus A. Proved or not? That means C minus B is subset to C minus A. When? For all A subset to B. For all A subset to B. Very nice question. Next one. Assume that P of A equal to P of B. Show that A equal to B. You observe here P of A, P of B. What is P of A? P of A means power set of A. Power set of A. What do you mean by power set? Power set means collection of all subsets in a set. Collection of all subsets of set A. All subsets of set A in a set. What is P of A? P of A is nothing but power set of A. Power set is nothing but collection of all subsets of set A in a set. See, I will consider let A is equal to 1, 2. A is equal to 1, 2. This is set A, 1, 2. Then what are its subsets? Empty set is subset. Set 1, set 2, set 1, 2. So these are the subsets. Why? Because if a set A contains 2 elements, subsets are 2 square, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are what we call subsets. Now when it comes to P of A means what? Collection of all subsets of set A in a set. In a set is called power set. This is P of A. Now you see the question. Assume that P of A equal to P of B. Nothing but P of A is equal to P of B. Then we need to show that A equal to B. If P of A equal to P of B, nothing but A equal to B only. That we need to prove. See, I will consider let X belongs to A. Let X belongs to A. If X belongs to A, that is nothing but a set X. Then nothing but set X is belongs to P of A. Set X is belongs to P of A. If set X is belongs to P of A, set X is also belongs to P of B. Why? Because P of A is equal to P of B. Right or not? If set X is belongs to P of B, nothing but X belongs to B. X belongs to B. Therefore, A equal to B. See, I will give an example. You see, from this question I will say, if 1 belongs to A, if 1 belongs to A, if 1 belongs to A, observe set 1 is belongs to P of A or not? As 1 belongs to A, set 1 is belongs to P of A. If set 1 is belongs to P of A, nothing but set 1 is also belongs to P of B according to given condition. There is nothing but 1 is also belongs to B, nothing but A equal to B. If P of A equal to P of B, show that A equal to B. For example, if a set has 4 elements, like 1, 2, 3, 4, then how many elements does P of A contains? 2 power 4, nothing but 16. Those elements are like first one is empty set, last one is set itself, like set 1, 2, 3, 4. Remaining are first single elements, next double elements, next triple elements. Like that we need to write. Those are subsets. Pause the video and note it down. The question number 7 of miscellaneous exercise, that is it true for any sets? Is it true for any sets such that nothing but P of A union B is equal to P of A union B? P of A union P of B is equal to P of A union B. It will be true always for any sets or not, they are asking. If it is okay, give an example. If it is not, then also you give example. You tell me. By assuming, you can tell P of A union P of B equal to P of A union B or not. I will tell it is not. Why? Because I will consider an example. Let capital A is equal to set 1 comma 2. I will consider capital A is equal to set 1 comma 2. I will consider capital B is equal to 3. Capital B is equal to 3. Now, first I will consider LHS. What is LHS? In that LHS part, P of A union P of B is there. P of A union P of B. But before finding P of A union P of B, first we need to find P of A and P of B. What is P of A? Collection of all subsets of set A. What are the subsets of set A? Those are empty set, set 1, set 2 and set 1 comma 2, all in terms of one set. Next, P of B, subsets of set P. First one is empty set, next one is set itself. So one element means 2 power 1, 2 subsets will be there. So this is P of A, this is P of B. Then P of A union P of B. P of A union P of B. Union means all elements, but except repeated elements. First is empty set, comma set 1, comma set 2, comma set 1 comma 2, comma set 3, comma set 3. This is what? P of A union B equal to P of B, nothing but LHS part. Now, when it comes to RHS, what is RHS? RHS part is P of A union B, power set of A union B. Before finding power set of A union B, first we need to find A union B. What is A union B from that? 1 comma 2 comma 3, right or not? A union B. Now for this P of A union B, nothing but collection of all subsets of A union B. First one as usual empty set, next one single sets, nothing but set 1, set 2, set 3, set 1 comma 2, 2 elements, set 1 comma 2, set 2 comma 3, set 1 comma 3, finally set 1 comma 2 comma 3. So this is P of A union B. How to write P of A union B is, first is empty set, next one set 1, set 2, set 3, next is set 1 2, set 1 3, set 2 3, next one is set 1 2 3. All the possible cases we need to write. This is P of A union B, which is equal to RHS. Now you tell me, is LHS equal to RHS? No. LHS is not equal to RHS. Nothing but P of A union P of B not equal to P of A union B. May in some cases it may be equal when A equal to B, but remaining cases it is not equal. Pause the video and note it down. Guys, see, this is a very good question to understand the Venn diagrams and also properties of sets. That is, show that for any sets A and B, show that for any sets A and B, A equal to A intersection B union A minus B. We need to prove LHS equal to RHS by considering A or by considering RHS, but we need to show that A it is equal to A, and A union of B minus A is equal to A union B. By considering either LHS equal to RHS or RHS equal to LHS, we need to prove both are equal. Those two equal, these two should be equal. See, by using Venn diagram I will tell easily, and we need to prove by using properties. See for this first one, I will consider consider RHS. Consider RHS. What is RHS? A intersection B union of A minus B. A intersection B union of A minus B. Right? Now this one I will write it as A intersection B union A minus B. I will write it as A union of A minus B. A union of A minus B intersection B union of A minus B. B union of A minus B. See, let us consider this. If it is A, guys, and if it is B, this is A and this is B. This one you understand or not? A union of A minus B intersection B union of A minus B. Now A union of A minus B. This first circle is A. In that this part is A minus B, but this total is A. A union A minus B. A union A minus B. What will get? A only. A union of A minus B. Union means we will get A intersection B union of A minus B. This is B union of A minus B. B union of A minus B. Then it is nothing but A union B. Right or not? B union of A minus B, nothing but total will get. Total is nothing but A union B. Now A intersection with A union B. This is A intersection with A union B. Intersection means common, so it will be equal to A, which is equal to LHS. Did you understand? Right. Next, second one, A union of B minus A should be equal to A union B. I will consider LHS. What is that? A union of B minus A. A union of B minus A. B minus A. B minus A is also equal to B minus of A intersection B. See this. This is A and this is B. This is what? B minus A. This is B minus A part. This is A part. A union of B minus A is nothing but what? A union B only. A union of B minus A is nothing but B minus A only. So you can show that through Venn diagram. Through Venn diagram, A union of B minus A is nothing but A union B. Pause the video and note it down. Students, now we will discuss the last question of this today lecture, that is question number 9 in miscellaneous examples. Using properties of sets. Those properties may be De Morgan's law. What is De Morgan's laws? A union B whole dash equal to A dash intersection B dash. Those type of laws, or distributive law, or associative law, or commutative law, or law of U, or law of phi. So based on that any laws we have to prove using properties of sets. Show that A union of A intersection B equal to A, and also A intersection of A union B is equal to A. So I will draw the Venn diagram of set A and set B. This is set A and this is set B. See guys, this is set B, set A and set B. Now what they are asking? A union of A intersection B. This part is called A intersection B. A union of A intersection B. This is A union of A intersection B, nothing but A only. But according to properties, I will consider LHS. A union of A intersection B. By using properties, we can write this as A union A union A intersection with A union B. A union B. Now, what is A union A? A union A is nothing but A intersection of A union B. A intersection with A union B. This is total A union B. In that intersection with A will gives only always A, which is equal to RHS. Right? Next, A intersection of A union B. This is A intersection with A union B. Nothing but A only will get according to this. But from properties, this is LHS equal to A intersection of A union B, which is equal to, apply properties rule, A intersection A intersection A union A intersection B. A intersection B. What is A intersection A? A intersection with A, so we will get A only, union A intersection B. A union with A intersection B. A union with A intersection B. Nothing but A only will get, which is equal to A, which is equal to RHS. See, hope you all understand the concept and problems based on miscellaneous exercise. If you have still any doubts, you can ask in that group at any time. So once you go through the previous videos and previous note points and previous assignments to complete the chapter of sets. In the next lecture, I will introduce the topic of relations and functions, which is second chapter of your NCERT class 11 mathematics. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a great day.